Hey, how you doing? The other day I sat down with a very prominent Christian leader in my community who consults with lots and lots and lots of people. And I asked him, I didn't come right out, and I should have, but I would have had to shake him if he would have, But I asked him basically about same-sex marriage, and pretty much where he stood on it. And he said he had no problem with it, And I said, I asked him this question. And I've asked it a few other times, and I've never got an answer. 2 blocks from me, there's a gay couple that is married. In the first house I restored, there is a gay couple that are married. I probably know in my town 2 or 3, maybe 4 gay couples that are married, men and women, and many others that are just happy as can be and been together for years and years and years. And my question, and I'm posing it to all you people out there, because I've seen these videos, and I'll put a post or 2 below, where these people are, Santorum was one of them, who was railing about how same-sex marriage is going to destroy the family and destroy marriage as a concept. And I haven't found anybody who could figure out what they're talking about. The problem is the Christian community as a whole, who I think probably only a handful of lunatics actually believe this nonsense, but the rest of you guys are just pussies, are afraid to say anything, are afraid to say, you guys are fucked. Now, you're not afraid to denounce Westboro Baptist Church, and actually you're pretty soft on them. They are basically an Old Testament Christian group, because you won't, you kind of like look at them like, oh man, they're embarrassing. But these wingnuts who are talking about, that same-sex marriage is ruining the whole marriage concept. How in the hell, which doesn't exist, can that possibly be? I need an explanation. None of them explain how, and when questioned, they never have an answer. They go like, oh, it's a biblical... Yeah, the Bible has 8 different types of marriage. I mean, if you rape a virgin, you can give her father 50 silver shekels and she's your wife. I don't like that idea. I don't think that's a good one. If I had a brother and he was married and he died, I'd be obligated to marry his wife. Now, granted, in the Bible, I could have many wives and many concubines. And then, who wants that many in-laws? I mean, whoa. I mean, that's just bad idea right there. But there's so many there's 8 different variations on marriage in the Bible. So what's right? Really. Okay. So first of all you Christians out there who are not denouncing these lunatics who are talking about, that same-sex marriage is going to ruin marriage. How the hell is that going to happen? Explain. I mean, I need somebody to explain it to me, because I'm a really, really smart guy, and I haven't figured this one out, and nobody I've talked to, not a single Christian, minister, preacher, nobody in this area. Now, maybe you got to be Southern Baptist or some, part of the American Taliban, the Southern Evangelical, to be able to explain it. But I can't figure out how it's going to happen. I've talked to Catholics too, and San whatever his name was one of the first to make that statement, and he was made fun of, and he was a laughingstock, and I think that's funny because he is a laughingstock for making that statement. But there's people making it, and the problem is they're the only people who are being heard. You guys, denounce them. Stand up and shake your fist and say, you guys are assholes. Stop saying this kind of crap. Because the next one's going to talk about the 6,000 years, which is crazy. But, so, bottom line, you got to get up. I talked about in earlier ones where if you have a preacher who's saying just crazy shit, you got to get up and walk out. In fact, I was talking to some people about that yesterday at an after hours I went to, and a couple of the women were looking at me and saying, they're like, their eyes opened up and they said like, whoa. They said, you're right. Why are we sitting there? Because obviously it's happened to them where some stuff has gone on and they didn't agree with it, and then they just sat there like shocked. And I said, no, don't sit there shocked. Get up, walk out, make a big fuss, because I guarantee you, if you're outraged, there's other people outraged. And I gotta believe that the nut jobs in the Christian community has got to be a handful of people, but they're the only ones who are talking. Open your mouths and say, shut up, and then vote these crazy ass people out, because right now, they're wanting to do all kinds of crazy stuff, so there you go. Explain it to me. If anybody has any clue on how in the heck the couple that's 2 blocks down from me that's been probably married for 10 years. I think they've been married 10 years. And the other couple has probably been married 5 or 10 years, 7 years, maybe more. I don't even know how long. They've always, as long as I've known them, they've been married. It doesn't change my idea of what marriage is. I don't know anybody who knows them that has been adversely affected by the fact that they're married. Help me, please, because I have no idea how this can possibly do any damage. You believe what you believe, and they believe what they believe, and there you go. All right. Coco, out.